Hey there y'all, this is Kara and welcome back to my channel for my brand new Upgrowth Challenge. So, if you've never heard of the Upgrowth Challenge, I will go ahead and link the rule website down in the description below. Definitely check that out. It's a big challenge created by Holly BB on Twitch. She's also on YouTube, but primarily on Twitch. And the gist of it is historical generational gameplay moving through the decades. So if you're familiar with the Decades Challenge or the History Challenge, it's kind of like a combination of those with Holly's own unique twist on it. And I am giving it a shot here on my channel. So a little bit of housekeeping. My Island Living LP is still going on. I just am super excited for this and I want to go ahead and get it started. And I have the speed build up of this house on my channel that was uploaded recently, depending on when this video goes up. So I'll link that down in the description below as well if you want to check it out. And I guess for starters, I'm going to introduce my founder. So this is Maxwell Bartlett, and the first generation, the antique generation, is supposed to take place in the 1890s to 1900s. So it's like turn of the century. So pretty old, but not like prehistoric old or anything. So our guy Maxwell is the founder, and his backstory is that his parents both passed away in an untimely death, and all they left to him was their farm. So this is a lot I built for the first generation. Oh, girl, you are already breaking my immersion? Okay, we'll pretend like she just doesn't exist. Anyways, I built this farm. That's what the speed build is of course. And when you build for the first generation, there's really strict rules. Like you can't use upholstered furniture. I have some pillows here, but it's fine. It's a wooden chair. Let's let it slide. And you can't obviously use electricity, so I had to use candle-based lighting everywhere. You also cannot have indoor plumbing, and you can only have one toilet, one bathtub, and one sink. And this right here is actually my sink. It's a piece of CC, which again, linked in the speed build video, if you want to go check that out. So he inherited this farm from his parents, and this is the house area. We have our living area with a fireplace to keep us warm in the winter, kind of like the study area with a piano, a kitchen and dining room, and this also functions as a fireplace as well here in the corner. Then we have the master bedroom right here. This is Maxwell's bedroom. Nice and simple because, you know, he's a bachelor. He needs to find a wife to come spruce the place up a bit. And then we have this is sort of like an extra room, but it's really functioning as our canning room. So I've downloaded the canning and preserving mod, which is this table that you see here. And if you're not familiar with that, it's basically a way that you can make the in-game harvestables useful. So you can preserve them and they'll last longer and you can eat them and you can make them in meals, and it's really cool and fits perfectly for this sort of time period. So I'm excited to try it out. I've never played with it before. And speaking of mods I've never played with before that I'm excited to try out, let's get to the farm aspect. So I have the functional chicken coop mod by, I believe it's Ice Mun Mun. So this is a actual chicken coop. Eventually we'll be able to harvest. We'll be able to feed the chickens, and once we feed them, I believe they have eggs, and you can harvest them both to sell and also for food. And then my favorite part, the thing I'm most excited about, I'm so excited, the farm animal mod by Kawaii Stacy. So that basically, let's first of all, can we just admire how they went into their little pen? It's like they just know that they belong in here. This is adorable. So basically this mod uses cats and dogs, and these are really just dogs, but I found some that were made to look like goats and sheep, and I have a cow somewhere. Yeah, here's Precious the cow, looking very precious, sleeping on a bale of hay, which is actually a couch. But basically this mod takes the functionality of cats and dogs, and you give them a trait for what they harvest. They either harvest dairy or wool. So my cow and my goat both harvest dairy, and my sheep will harvest wool, and you can use those, you can use the dairy to make food, and of course you can sell them as well. And that kind of goes back to the challenge rules. So in the first generation, you have limited options for jobs, and one of those options is to be a farmer. So that's more so keeping in mind that you can like sell in-game harvestables without mods, but I thought it'd be really cool to spice that up a bit and have an actual farm with animals. So that's kind of the overview of our situation. Let me give you a really, really quick little tour of the place. I mean, I guess I already did the main house. Well, let's do a tour of the barn area because I kind of skipped over that. And we'll get into it, kind of show this place off a bit. So we have our animal barn. All these gates are locked, so the animals can't go into the main house. So hopefully they'll stay to their little pen area, so it's a little more realistic. Also, don't freak out when the cow starts barking. It's a little weird, but you know what? We're going to deal with it. I have these little, the training ground items from cats and dogs as well, so hopefully we can train them up. And some toys, which, you know, not the most period appropriate item, but it is what it is. And then we have our garden area with a bee box, a scarecrow, and you're allowed to start the game with your crops already planted. You don't have to purchase them or harvest them from around the world. So I went ahead and put some crops down. I really didn't pay attention to the seasons that they grow in, which I might have wanted, probably should have, because right now we only have like 8 or 9 crops that are actually growing, because we are indeed in springtime, and it is raining currently in Windenburg, which we will be in Windenburg for a long, long time, so get used to that kind of weather, guys. I don't believe we can go to other worlds until like the 4th or 5th generation, but as far as the main house goes, I think the only area I haven't shown off yet is we have this back patio, which is where we'll be doing our laundry, and our future wife will be helping with that. Clothesline up here, and then the upstairs, which currently is decorated and functioning as like a storage area. Obviously, no one's been up here in a while, but eventually this will be renovated to be like the kids' rooms when we start having children. We're probably going to have a lot of kids because part of the challenge rules is that every time your female sim gets pregnant and has a baby, you have to roll a dice to see not only if the baby survived, but if the mom survives. So our babies could not make it. The mom could not make it. We might have to find a new mom. So it's a whole thing. If you're not here for that, that's totally fine. Just know that this first generation, that is a very real thing that's going to be happening. So maybe come back for like the 2nd or 3rd generation if you're not about that. No worries at all. I'm going to have Maxwell over here. Oh, our sheep is not in a good mood. I'm going to have Maxwell start. Yeah, see the barking. It's a little weird. Don't listen to the barking though, and they're cute. They're so cute. I'm going to have Maxwell work on his woodworking skill for a little bit. Our first goal that we want to do is to be able to get a boat, because that is how we're able to travel to other parts of the world. And actually, let me jump into the world view just to kind of give you an overview. Again, this challenge has tons and tons of rules, which makes it super fun. But you might want to check those out just to get a better idea of it, because it might be a little confusing. I don't know. I'll try and explain it as best as I can. So, this is our home lot, the Bartlett household, the homestead lot. And the way the challenge works is you have to move your initial founder onto this section of Windenburg. And you're able to move other families in here. So I have the Edwards family that one of my friends made me, and she was playing the challenge as well, and she shared this family with me. So they're kind of like the rich family in the world. And then over here we have the McDonald family, which is a family that I downloaded these 2 sims from the gallery. I believe Holly BB actually made them for this challenge and uploaded them. And then I created their daughter, Danielle. And they're more like lower to mid-income farmer type, not real fancy like the Edwards. And you're also able to put down some lots. So as long as they follow the rules, all wood furniture, no electricity, all that good stuff. So I have the Westfall Inn, which I found on the gallery under the hashtag Upgrowth builds. And then the Shrieking Llama, which I actually built this. It's nothing like the original Shrieking Llama. I just didn't change the name of the lot. And then I plopped down the Windenburg Parish, which is another gallery lot I found. It's like a church, a good wedding area. And so anything in this section of Windenburg, we're allowed to freely visit. However, we can't go anywhere else, which means over here or eventually over here, until we have a boat. And to get a boat, we have to work on our woodworking skill or save a bunch of money to buy one. Either or. Over here, I have a couple community lots that I mostly downloaded. So I have a cafe, a bakery, which I actually had the Edwards family buy this bakery. This is the bakery they own. And we can buy like wedding cakes, birthday cakes, cookies. So that'll be really fun to use. We have a cemetery here, an 1800 Johnson library by Holly, as well as the saloon and secret brothel. And then over here we have the general store, and I have a not so secret brothel as well, which I definitely downloaded this from the gallery. I did make some alterations, and then I thought I was going to be funny and add the new clothing optional lot trait that we got in Island Living. So I don't know if our guy Maxwell is really going to be into that, but we'll see how this all plays out. So we're going to jump back into his household and get going on this gameplay. The first generation is definitely going to be tough because, limited access to plumbing, limited electricity, we have limited ways to make jobs. The women aren't allowed to have jobs, obviously, because that wasn't a huge thing back then. So I'm going to have him work on this a little bit, and we should probably check on poor Grover. Oh yeah, to introduce our farm animals, I already introduced Precious the cow, which, oh my gosh, I have to take a picture of this because I'm literally dying. This is the sweetest thing I've ever seen. She is so, I think it's a girl, I don't know. It just looks so legit, and it also really makes me want actual farm animals that don't bark. We'll see if we get there. So that is Precious the cow, and then we have Sydney the goat. I don't know why, but I was doing the name generator in Kaz, and Sydney just seemed like the perfect goat name. I feel like there's like a pop culture goat somewhere in the world named Sydney, and it just like spoke to me. And then we have Grover the sheep, which another randomly generated name, but I thought it was cute and kind of fitting. So these little guys are my pride and joy. I'm so excited to play with them. Sydney is barking at Grover. Precious about to join the gang. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just so excited about, Precious is eating my little drumstick toy. I figured that was the closest to period accurate I could get because I have a chicken coop, so it made a little bit more sense than a bright purple ball. So our guy Maxwell is working on his sculpture. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. And then I think once we're done with this, I want to probably, it's a little early to go to the bar, so maybe we won't do that, but I really want to get him started on, absolutely not. No playing, okay, a little backstory. Not really backstory, just details. This book is actually a modded computer. You're allowed to use the quote-unquote computer, aka the book, for up to an hour a day. So I have that just so we have computer options on here, and, we'll see if we ever need to use it. But also just looks really cute. So, yeah, I really want to get him started looking for a wife because that'll be important. We need to start having babies ASAP. Maxwell's not getting any younger. I believe I have... Okay, good thing I checked that because I definitely need to turn aging on. Auto age played, yes, and we're gonna do normal. I might actually switch the lifespan to short. Perhaps we'll see how this goes. That is an option that you can do, and we'll see how I feel about that. Based off of if I feel like things are getting a little too crazy to get done, we'll see. Because I really want to spend time with this family and see what they can get up to with all these different rules and limitations. So he is filling up the bowls for our farm animals, the feed. Let's see. So yeah, I can sell his wool to the market, harvest wool for household, but apparently I need more farming experience. And then for both Precious and Sydney, come over here. For Precious and Sydney, I can harvest dairy for different items. And it looks like right now I can only do it for milk and for yogurt. So that's kind of cool. I believe that'll drop the item in your inventory and you can go put it in the fridge and eat it for a while. So that'll be a good way to save money on food. And you can also, of course, sell dairy to market. So I'm gonna have some fun playing around with that. Hey, what did I just tell you? Absolutely. I mean, I guess you have an hour, but still, absolutely not. You are being really bad. This animation looks really cute though. It like actually looks like he's like flipping through a book. Sorry, buddy. No can do for that. Let's go check on Grover. Because poor Grover is not having a very good time. And hopefully we can go out and find a wife. Okay, Grover, what do you need? What is that? A potty? Okay, well just look. This is your house, little guy. You're just gonna have to potty in here. I mean, it's not optimal. That's for sure. But we're gonna have to make do with what we got. Come on. Go on. Yeah, just go. Asked to go potty. Does he not want to go because he's inside? Oh, no, he didn't care. Okay. I guess he was stubborn. Maybe he didn't want to go because he's being stubborn. Yep, there he goes. Perfect. And Precious is clipping through the fence to eat. Adorable. Love it. Precious. Oh my god. I think Precious is my favorite. And the name is very fitting. Like, okay, aside from the fact that she got herself stuck in the fence, just look at her little face. She is a glutton. I'm also really assuming her gender right now. I really don't remember what all my animals were. Okay, female, male, and male. So hopefully neither of them get Precious pregnant because that would probably make a really weird baby and I'm not here for that. I should probably get them fixed. But either way, I think Precious is like high-key my favorite so far. Oh, Danielle. Look, she is future baby mama goals and hopefully we can meet her and woo her and get her to quit her job as a sales rep for the Fit Fiddle Co. Because those don't exist yet. And that must have been a weird fever dream. Maxwell's having a hard time in this chilly spring weather. Working on that target practice, I see. I had a ton of fun building this house, just because it is like kind of challenging to stick within those strict parameters. So I'm really proud of it, and I'm really excited to fill it with kids and a wife and a family, and I think it'll be a fun time, you guys. And looks like he's about to go research a plant. That's cool. Overachieving. Oh wow, we already have carrots to harvest. That is amazing. Let's come over here actually and get our bee box going. So bond with the bees. You can just sit there, Patchy. We don't really need to be your friend right now. I definitely don't want you to come to life. So, oh, his bees. See, I'm so excited to play with all this stuff in this specific context because I feel like it just adds an extra layer of, you know, purpose to it instead of just like some guy in the suburbs with a bee box in his backyard. It's like this guy's a legit farmer and makes a living off of growing plants and harvesting his animals, you know, wool and dairy. So that's pretty exciting. And I also just got a really good idea because I saw this stinky poop in the back. But in classic farmer fashion, oh Lord, Sydney, you guys are animals. I think I'm funny. Disgusting though. But we can take this in our inventory and use it as, what's it called? Get away from that. I'm going to have to take that away from you, sir. We can use it as fertilizer. That's the word I'm looking for. So can I come fertilize? Yes. Okay, we're going to go fertilize. Well, we want to fertilize something a little more exciting, probably. So we have taro, sage. Let's fertilize a carrot. That's pretty exciting. So we can use the animal, you know, droppings to fertilize our garden, which is really cool because that feels super real life. Looks like we also made a knife block. I'm not sure how I feel about selling our woodworking things just in the inventory like this. If anything, I think I might want to use like the selling table from Jungle Adventures and doing a yard sale. We'll see how I feel about that. I just don't want this to be too easy in terms of making money. So let's actually go and test out the farmer mod real quick because our guy Maxwell is getting a little hungry. So let's get some dairy for yogurt and let's see how this works. I'm really intrigued. All right, precious. Give it up. Oh, she's so cute. They're all coming over to him. They all love him. Okay, please check your Sims family inventory or their personal inventory for newly added items. Introvert, okay. Maxwell just became friends with Precious. Aw, Precious. Cool, so we got 3 servings of yogurt. So I'm going to go put those in our fridge. And that way, like, you know, I guess yogurt, you never have to pay for yogurt. But that way, you know, maybe we'll get to hire, like, eggs and toast as one of the items. So we could do that without having to spend the money to make it. So I'm going to have him come eat a yogurt. And then it'll hopefully be time that we can go to the bar. And there will actually be people there because we need to make some friends. We need to meet some ladies. We need to get started on the hunt for a wife. Because we need some babies up in here. And Maxwell actually, his lifetime goal or his aspiration is to have a successful lineage. So he needs to become a parent ASAP so we can really get to work on that. All right, clean up after yourself, buddy. You don't have a wife to do that for you yet. It's so crazy playing with such like gender roles, but it is period accurate. So, oh my gosh, look. I'm not going to play these games with you. I'm going to just put this in the family inventory because he's really misbehaving. Alrighty, it is 3:30 p.m. Let's go ahead and take a trip we'll go to the lot that I built actually, ye old Shrieking Llama. We also have a restaurant over here that we can visit, so that could be fun. We're definitely not going to take our farm animals to the bar. Not exactly the best pickup tool for ladies. Maybe if they were actually dogs. And let's see what we can get up to here. Alrighty. Woohoo. We have a barmaid here. I feel like that's definitely like not this type, but like that's like medieval. I'm getting a little too crazy with the times. So it doesn't look like anyone is here yet, but hopefully some people decide to show up. I guess in the meantime, we can come and order a drink. Let's see, what drink is the most likely drink that they would have had? Juice on the rocks, probably. I don't know if ice was like a really big thing yet in the late 1800s. Probably not, but whatever. Is this? No. This is our future baby mama, hopefully. We'll see if she likes this. Future baby mama's mama, though. So this could be the future grandmother of our children. Valentina McDonald. So we're definitely going to meet her because, you know, ultimately, I'm sure back then you would have to, you know, get to know the parents before, hey, get over here. You probably have to get to know the parents if you wanted to romance their children. And we also, I think we spent money on our drink and we did not get it. I hate when that happens. This is also this is a townie that I gave her a makeover. And she actually was really pretty. I did not edit her face at all. I just put skin details on her. And she actually came out really pretty. So she's also a potential future wife / baby mama. So we are going to get to know some people. And I want to go get our drink. Maxwell wants a drink. He's had a long day of trying to play Blickball and getting denied and harvesting yogurt. So let's just get a wrench this time, actually. So we're going to... Oh, where are you going, homegirl? Oh, I made this like secret room up here. No, she's an adult. Oh, she just doesn't like this. I made this secret room up here. I thought I was being funny once again. And it was meant to be like a locked door, but I guess I forgot to do that. And this is like, you know, the smoking room, which technically you're not allowed to have this item until later on. But, you know, like people did that back in the day. So we're just going to pretend it's a thing. This is Alice Edwards, the mom / wife in that bougie family. Ooh, it's happy hour. Let's go get our drink on. Order happy hour drink. Okay. We're just going to... I literally am ordering a different drink every single time. We're going to get this because it's cheap. Quit talking to future grandmother of children. Go get a drink. Her daughter needs to show up. And then... Oh, absolutely not. Please just go away. Please go. You're breaking my immersion, ma'am. I tried to go through and I did go through and actually make over all the townies that were already like generated, but I haven't gone to many community lots, so they'll definitely be generating more. And this lady is one of them. And I'm about to delete you if you don't just go away. You're really making me angry, miss. I just can't. Okay, she's just not there. So we are chatting with Miss Alice Edwards and this guy who, he's actually the townie evil merman that comes with Island Living. So again, he didn't show up in the household bin, but I saw him walking around the street and I was able to select him and go into CAS and modify him that way. So it looks like Valentina's daughter Danielle is just not here today. She's not out for the happy hour. I guess she's, not into that. Can't go out without her dad or, whatever people did in the 1800s. So we're going to introduce ourselves to, what is her name? Quinn. Quinn Sloan. I kind of like that name. It doesn't seem very period accurate, but we're going to ask about her day, get to know Alice, and let's chat up Valentina as well. We're going to ask about her children. Hey, how's that daughter here? Is she 18 yet? And actually, that's another interesting rule in this challenge. You actually can have teen adult relationships because, again, for the time period, hey, absolutely not. You're the mermaid lady. Please go. One mermaid at a time, okay? But I am a parent. Indeed, you are, Valentina. But yeah, you can have adult-teen relationships, which a little weird, but for the time period, it is what it is. And I believe that actually persists for a few generations. So, which, no judgment here for people in the 1800s, but we're definitely not going to do that in the modern times. So let's just get to know these people, since apparently we're not going to meet our attempt to steal money. Absolutely not. That would be kind of funny though. Let's get to know her. We're just having a good time at the local pub. You need to go. Why isn't this command working? I'm gonna start deleting y'all. I am not here for this breaking of immersion. And I don't want to go in and give y'all makeovers right now because that would really ruin it, so whatever. But yeah, I'm really excited for this challenge. I feel like, this first part was kind of slow, more of an introduction to what's going on, and, waiting around to meet a baby mama / wife, definitely wife, and then baby mama because it's the 1890s. We can't be doing that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this part. I think I am going to finish it off here, and we'll probably start up next tomorrow, and kick off Tuesday morning with our guy Maxwell. But I just want to give you guys an introduction to the series, introduction to our guy Maxwell and our sweet farm animals and all the different things that we're going to get up to with this challenge. But I'm going to leave this part here, and I will see you guys next time.